What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Rise of Tryhards. We left off in the last episode with my team in not an awesome spot. My dilemma was I love Matilda Scipio. I think this is a great march. The dilemma was this Joan march just dies way too fast. If we look at some of the fights I've had lately, it's just, I mean, this guy um, I did beat, but like he's like beating me now, and like I was dominating him before. But if you look at my problem here, the weak spot in my the weak link in my chain here today, in this setup now, is this Joan just dies so fast when faced with a decent amount of damage. And I'm not sure if this will be a great example of it, but I mean, this guy, he doesn't even have an expertise YSG, and my Joan is dead at, at 130. Let's see if, yeah, 129. It's like, oh. And if we look at some other, let me go over into Lost Canyon, where it's even more pronounced here, where I was fighting some of these guys, and the Joan march in the front is just getting demolished. And now remember, the reason I switched things around is because I wanted to take advantage of Ethelfled's 20% extra damage by having three types of troops, and I was using Joan as the primary. But look at this, at 135 probably. 137? Oh my goodness. Like, my frontline tank cannot die at 137. It's just, it can't happen. So I was like, what do I do? This is tough. I had another crazy idea. I was thinking, like, dang, what do I do? I can't beat this guy. And let's watch this again. I tried to beat this guy. I couldn't do it. And I just kept banging my head against this problem of Joan with three different unit types, mostly infantry, but three different unit types. And she just dies so fast. Even going against like Richard, who doesn't put out any damage. I mean, the AoE, just the AoE, not even any direct damage. And Joan, I guess she might be doing a little bit better here. But, I mean, she's in the red at 136, and she's dead at 128. Like, we can't do it. So, I changed things around. I'm going to have two siege marches. I just went and I reset Joan's talents. Let me show you. I changed Joan's talent tree. I went back and got this talent again. I had omitted it before. I put on Joan. I put all my expertise or refined siege gear on. That came at the cost of Matilda. Now, I had enough materials to make one more set of boots, and I had this other harvester set from one of my gatherers. We got no weapons, no gloves, but like at least she's not totally naked. So that's the only change I made. I didn't change anything else. Matilda now has like terrible equipment. Let's see. This is plus 22% stats. And Jones is not even that much better, but it's, 35, 42 siege stats. So 42 is respectable. I'll go out in Sunset Canyon with 42% equipment stats. So what happens? Now I go back to that exact same battle in Lost Canyon. And right before, this was, he had 4 marches still up. What is that? I don't know, 80,000, 90,000 troops left. The only change I made here was I swapped out, I put Joan Siege. And now I have 2 marches still up, and pretty respectable. I mean, this is like 36,000. Let's watch this fight. So now let's remember last time Joan was in the red at 135, I think, with this guy, mostly siege, and she was dead at 128. Now let's see what we got. So she has Um, I sent 9,000 infantry, 9,000 cavalry, and 85,000 siege. So at 135, she's still alive. 130, she's still alive. 127, she's still alive. Okay, she only lasted a few more seconds. Like it wasn't as pronounced as I was expecting it to be, but 3 more seconds is a good chance that Joan can kick off that buff for another plus 30% boost to stats. And even with no gear, like Matilda's still doing okay. I love this. And we're gonna win this battle because Joan stayed alive 3 more seconds. Now, I'm not sure how much damage she's doing. We can go and look and see what the kills looked like. But she stayed alive long enough to do one more skill cycle, one more set of plus 30% buffs, and that was enough for everybody else then to win. It looks like Matilda might even go. I mean, and this would be far better if I, gave Matilda any equipment and refined her stuff, and I can go and do that. But this is a respectable win. I was down to 3v1. I mean, even if Minamoto had died, I still might have won this. Matilda 1v1 the whole time might have won. So that was like pretty awesome. I think this is actually my highest ranking. Number 6, this is my highest ranking I have ever had in Lost Canyon, and that's with 2 siege marches. So that's like pretty awesome. I'm out of challenges, but I'll challenge some more tomorrow. And if we go back, I'm gonna set that. I just laugh. People are gonna look and like, what in the heck? This guy is going into Lost Canyon, and he's got 2 different siege marches. I love this. I love it. I love Siege so much. That's what it looked like. I just love how that looks. It's so fun. Okay, and then this over in Sunset Canyon, I fought one of my friends. I was actually talking to him. I was like, dang, dude, you're getting really strong. Here, if we watch this fight, let's watch and see how long it took until Joan died. Oh, we might have just seen this. Yeah, maybe we already saw this, but we'll just check and see at what point Joan. We actually already saw that. So Joan, let's just look at the stats instead. So this was the old way with Joan having mostly infantry, a little bit of cav, and a little bit of archers. Joan did I don't know that many. And then the next fight, I did the same thing. Joan killed a few less. The next fight, I actually used the arrangement to my advantage, and I won with 2 different setups. So this time, I'll just show you this just to see. His army 1v1 against me is stronger, but instead I used Matilda 2v1, and I isolated his YSG to only hit Matilda because his YSG is not expertise. You can see there's no border there. So his 2 strongest AoE marches all hit Matilda. And that's how I was able to win, by using the arrangement to my advantage. And I was able to win that. But now and then I fought him again with Siege. Let's see what the setup was. I might have used the same arrangement. Let's see. Nope, this was the arrangement that lost before. Remember, this was the first arrangement with Joan and Thutmose at the bottom, Sun Tzu and Minamoto here, and Matilda up here against Martel, Richard. And this exact arrangement, when I was using the mixed troops, mostly infantry, I lost. I mean, Joan still dies. I mean, Joan still goes down, but now Joan's lasting into the 120s instead of dying in the 130s. And just that makes enough difference that I win with 3 marches still up. And Joan did did some damage. So that's like pretty awesome. It's pretty awesome. So I was happy to show that. I'll make a funny. I'll try and make a funny thumbnail about bringing all siege into Sunset Canyon and winning. So I'll go back through now and work on better siege equipment for Matilda, especially because her equipment now is by far the weakest in my entire army. But I'm back to using siege, baby. Here we go.